Alright, ladies and gents, it is time to let you watch me play Victoria 2 from Paradox Interactive. So, hold on. Oh, god damn it. There we are. Bit of trouble there. Alright, so, they're going to start off playing as France. I'm going to declare my inevitable goal here is to become first place, because that's really the only thing I could do that would be improving. Well, so I'm going to try to usurp England's position through a variety of ways. So I start up, I'm going to go into political mode so I can see here. Check these. None of this is important right now. Alliance offers from Argentina and the Papal States. Sure. Proceed. May as well. Now, a couple things I'm going to do right off the bat. First, politics. Check my decisions. Suez Canal, Panama Canal, these are all normal. Start the Foreign Legion, so as soon as I get Army professionals, then I'll want to do that. Same with naval logistics and Jouons expedition. And this one too, so these are all just things I'll do when I normally want to. I've got His Majesty's government, so that means I can change my ruling party. I want to do that right now. Change to Legitimist, which is the reactionary party. The only reason I'm doing this, and this is almost the only reason I ever change parties, is to get state capitalism, because it's just such a useful ability to be able to actually build factories. So I got that. Don't want to do anything in here. The rest of this is good. Budget, right off the bat. You don't actually know how much money you're bringing in because the economy doesn't know what the fuck it's doing before you run at least one day through. So, education to max, administration to max, military to max. We'll probably go through. I'm just going to run a day through right now, just so that the economy can sort itself out a bit. There we go. Now, I'm going to go for technologies. I think I'm going to go industry, medicine. This increases my supply limit so I can fight more, and it has a whole bunch of inventions associated with it. And when you research a technology, you have a chance of getting the inventions associated with it, which is pretty good. The main reason I want medicine is it increases how many soldiers I can have in a region at a certain time. If you notice, like if I go here, and I hover over here, you'll see it says in the bottom corner, right around there, it says supply limit 20 with Guard Royale, which 12, which means you could have 12 of the Royal Guards in there. Well, you could have 20. I have 12 here, so this will support this many. But say I had 30 in my army, then they would slowly die out over time. This lets me hold 25% more. These are all mostly unimportant. They're just tiny countries, or Russia entering alliances with other people. Now, the first thing we have to look at is my original plan was to launch a naval invasion in the UK, but that's not going to work right at the start. I'm going to do that eventually, hopefully, and I'll tell you the reason now. Britain is definitely the most powerful nation in the game, but a lot of that is because they control India, which gives them a huge population boost, which in turn massively boosts their military. Their navy's great, but all their industry is here, so they have a huge military, but it's really spread out. So eventually my plan is to just actually launch a landing here, but in order to be able to do that, I'll have to do a lot of things. I'll have to build up my navy, and I'll have to get ready to invade. So right now, I think I'm just going to take the places that I know I can take right now. Like, well, as you can see, all these minor nations up here. We got Algeria, can easily be taken. Same with Morocco, and same with Tunis. Ottomans are going to be taking this area. I might come into conflict with them later. I don't know. Another thing we'll do at first, I'll open my diplomacy. I probably right now want to start putting the Italian the Italian secondaries and minors into my sphere of influence, because that'll add them to my market. So I'm going to start that off with probably with Sardinia, Piedmont. I'm going to put my influence priority to high with it, which means once I get enough influence with them, I can slowly increase their opinion of me, and then eventually add them to my sphere of influence. So if I look over here, I could, oh, they're already friendly with me. And then the next ones I'll probably want to try to add these people to my sphere of influence, though Belgium's already in the UK's. So it's sort of a weird way of doing things here. Anyway, after that, I want to look, oh sorry now, don't want to actually do that. But see here, that'll tell me how many national focuses I have. I can apply those in different provinces to encourage things. I can encourage railroad production, or encourage people to go into a certain trade. But I'm going to leave that for now. I'm going to apply them in a sec. But first, I'm going to hit my production. These are the only factories I have, which means I don't have a cement factory, and cement factories are extremely profitable, and more importantly, will allow my factories to grow without spending money in foreign nations. So, I'm going to go, this is one of the only places I have anything in. But if you look here, the population of this area is actually pretty high. So, I think and all they have is wheat and fruit anyway. So I'll probably go production. There we go. I'll show empty states. And cement factory. There we go. Build a cement factory here. Now I'm going to go around and look at the rest of these, see what I want to build here. Might want a canned food factory here. Yeah, I don't have a canned food factory at all, so the canned food factory is less actually for profit and more so that I can supply my soldiers more easily without having to buy from foreign markets. So there, this region we got up here. Let's open that up. Canned food factory. There we are. It'll cost me a lot of money, but because I have to spend a lot of money at first, but we should be pretty good. I'll probably try to get at least one factory in everywhere. So, I mean, that's not necessarily the best. I've got iron here and coal, so I'm just gonna make a steel factory. Steel factories are always pretty profitable, so where have we got? There we are. You'll see it's costing a lot of money, but I should be able to handle that. You got Alsace-Lorraine. I might just... Oh, precious metals here. So, I may just get a steel factory in Alsace-Lorraine. I mean, sorry, not steel, cement. Because cement factories are always profitable. Now, in Champagne, we're looking mostly at I think maybe I'll get a lumber mill set up. Maybe I won't build somewhere everywhere, but in Picardy we got Well, actually, you know what? I'm gonna let this sit for a bit because it'll be a bit annoying just to watch this. I'm thinking I might wait by the border of Spain, so I'm going to move these guys over to sit here, because this, as you can see, Spain is sort of in rebellion, and if the rebels start taking a lot of Spain, I can move in, take Spain as well. It'll cost me a bit of infamy, but that'll be alright. Anyway, time to declare war, and I'll show you what is one of the more interesting parts of Victoria. Here, I'll just save the game in case anything happens. Shouldn't though. And hold on. Alright, so I'm going to be preparing to move in. So I'll go here, click go to diplomacy. So now I'm in diplomacy with Algeria. I declare war. You'll notice all these are red. When you declare war in Victoria 2, you need to add a war goal. You need to have a war goal. As the war goes on, you can add more war goals. If you don't have a casus belli, though, like if you don't have, and casus bellis can be gained from a variety of places. Sometimes you just start with them. If, for example, somebody else has your a core place, something that your people feel belongs to them, then you automatically have a casus belli for that particular thing, and you can get them through events. Anyway, casus bellis will give you war goals that don't give you infamy, in which case the war goal will be yellow. However, you see here all of these are red. That means that if I, for example, want a conquest of Algeria, I can do it, but it'll give me 20 infamy. Usually, especially if you're a weaker nation, if you hit 25 infamy, somebody will declare war of containment on you. As France, I can probably get away with this, though, so that's what I'm going to try right now. Proceed, declare war on Algeria, 20. If I achieve the war goal, I'll get prestige, but if I fail, I'll lose prestige. Either way, I'm more or less good. I don't need to call my allies or anything like that, so I'll just proceed. And here we go. There we go. And there we go. He'll arrive. Oh no. Actually, that's not what I want to do. So there we are. Ultimately, I can just let this guy run around for a bit. I just need to basically occupy all of Algeria. I might want to destroy him early, but I don't really care at the moment. I just don't want to attack him while he's on the defensive in mountains. So, other than that, don't really have much else to do right now. I mean, I could be micromanaging everything, but I'm not that hardcore, so I'm just going to go. Oh, I should set some national focuses, though. I'll encourage some craftsmen here, and I'll encourage some craftsmen in Alsace and Lorraine. That way, when my factories finish, I'll have somebody to employ in them, though I might have some unemployment. Anyway, I unpause the game, which means things will go. I've increased the speed a bit, and as you can see, I'm losing money right now because of all the factories I was building. But things will be pretty good. And there they go. See, he's heading right back in here. And there we go. Now I'm on the defensive in the mountains, which means I don't have to worry about too much. What I want is him to be constantly on the defensive. Or sorry, I want my to have defensive positions that he constantly has to attack. Because just basically being on the defensive is really good, especially in mountains like this. And especially with some of the techs you get later on in the game. Oh, actually I forgot to do something earlier. I'm gonna military. I don't want to auto-create or auto-assign leaders because the AI has a weird tendency to create admirals when I really don't need admirals. So I'm just gonna go like this. In a moment I might check back in France to build more start building more factories, but whatever. Yeah, see, now I've got some unemployed factories and or factory workers now. I'm gonna hide empty states right now. Yeah, definitely expand this factory, and you know what? I'm gonna expand this one too, and this one because it's starting to look full. When you expand factories, they're gonna have more workers, and you can see I had unemployed workers in those areas. So there we go. Now he is. Oh, he's moving in to try to occupy my area. Whatever. That's an Algerian guy, so